everybody! I wanted to share with you a technique that I used during my extravaganza presentation for the Close to My Heart convention this year in 2018. Again, I was given the Grateful Heart paper suite, and along with that, I received the Grateful Heart Card Making Essentials stamp set, which is what I made this pretty card with. So I just wanted to show you quickly the technique. Very easy to achieve the stained glass look here. So what I've done so far is I have stamped 2 of my 3 butterflies onto our brand new, let me see if I can get a picture of this, cold press watercolor paper. I cut out a little rectangle, and I'm going to be using our brand new watercolor pencil set, and you'll see I have a few pencils already out that I've colored with. I used our archival black ink, so I'm going to open that up quickly, and I've got this stamp already on our little block here. I'm just going to ink that up, trying to make sure you can see this in the camera, and I'm just going to randomly stamp that last butterfly here. I'm stamping onto the foamy part of our Versamat instead of using the little foam insert in our stamp set. So I'm going to set that aside. And for each of these butterflies, I think I used 2 colors of watercolor pencils. So for the last one, I've used this pretty purple and a blue. And these are the colors that I used for the first ones. This one looks a little bit reddish brown, but it comes out a really pretty red when it's watercolored. So I'm going to move those to the side, and I'm going to show you how not precise I was when I colored. Whoops, I was looking through the camera and I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. See, I didn't go over my lines very evenly here. I mentioned at convention that I am not a skilled artist. I just really love playing with paper. So I just started playing when I got these watercolor pencils to play with. And I liked how everything turned out. Sometimes I felt like I was pushing really hard on the paper. Right now I'm on a foamy surface. I probably should flip that to the reverse side, but I don't want to send everything flying here. So I just did some purple outlines, and then I'll just outline a few little pieces here in blue. Simple. You won't have to push as hard on the watercolor pencils if you are not using your foamy part of your Versamat. So I don't go over all the lines. I just go over some of them, and then I can always go back and add color, I figure. So I'm going to lay those watercolor pencils up here out of the way. The next thing that I use is our Close to My Heart clear shimmer brush on this particular card. You could also go ahead and use gold if you were doing the different color flowers, whatever you like. It's your card. Oops, sorry, I changed the light here. Let me see if I can change that back. That keeps going yellow. Okay, I think that's okay. So I've got the shimmer brush. Making sure I have some loaded here. And I'm going to start with the yellow and the green flower. I literally just go in circles until I like how it's blended. And I'm sorry, I tried to make a video while my family was out and I ran out of time, so you'll hear them walking above me. I'm in the basement creating. I'll usually just wipe off my brush a little bit in between some of the colors. I'm going to go over this blue one here. Let me move this in. Just circular motions till I pull the color where I want it. You could obviously use just a watercolor brush, but I really love the way we get some sparkle with this shimmer brush, and I love the way that the colors blend and how vibrant they become. So we're going to do the last one here. If I wanted, I could go in and add more color, but for time's sake, we're not going to do that. Okay. could even pull that up. I'm going to put this away for just a moment. And one of the other questions that I got was, how did I make the butterflies pop off the page? A lot of people thought that these were three-dimensional butterflies that I put onto the paper. In fact, I just decided that I thought they needed a little shadow, so I pulled out my 2 gray watercolor pencils, and I started with the darkest color first. And again, I was not precise here. I just went around with the darkest one. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And I did not bring water down here to use a watercolor brush, but I did use just normal water and a watercolor brush for this. Now I'm going around with the lighter color. I didn't want this part to be shimmery. I wanted to create a shadow. So I just simply went around it. I'm going to use that watercolor brush again though, because that's what I have down here. And somebody's interrupting my video coming down the stairs. Okay, so I'm just going to go around and drag that around the color, and it just made a little shadow. Okay, and I would continue to do that on all 3 to give it a little lift off the page. But I just wanted to show you how vibrant these watercolor pencils are. That I use the archival ink. I've had a lot of questions about that. And I would just mat this to a piece of black cardstock, stamp a little sentiment. I put some little silver gems. I must have missed, I had 3 on here. One's missing now. But I just like the way that it turned out. I like the little bit of sparkle that you can see. And now we have all different colors of shimmer brushes that are going to be coming out on September 1st. So you could play with that a little bit. But I just... You know, I've gotten a lot of questions on what I thought about these watercolor pencils, and I really, I love the array of colors that are available, you know, 36 of them, and the vibrancy of them. So again, I'm just going to roll these in so you can see which colors I chose to use. It looks like pretty much primary colors here in my rainbow, but you could, you know, play till your heart's content. So that's it. That's the technique, and again, this was the Grateful Heart Card Making Essentials stamp set. It's one of my favorite. I've used the wood. You can see how well loved all of these are stained because I've used them so much. So that's it. I hope that I've explained it well, and thanks for watching the video.